Hey guys, Joshua Peterson Electric. This video is January of 2020. Is about our new 2019 Sprinter van, and it's a 1-ton extra long dually. We showed you a video back in May of this last year in 2019 how to retrofit a bed in it for about $100. We took that bed out. This is our third video, and I showed you a video where it was just kind of a shell. And here are the steps that I'm taking to do the inside. First of all, you want to remember to pre-wire everything that you might think you might need, and you want to insulate well, pegboard it, and then decide if you're going to do a wood floor. I decided not to do like a pergo floor going up the walls because I don't want the vibration and it coming apart, and I didn't want the extra weight. I figured I needed 7 boxes. The ceiling was already done, but I just wanted to be able to use probably carpet again is what I'm going to do. So anyways, this is kind of how it turned out. You can see right, the first couple steps was to get it pre-wired, and then my wife came in with this thick foam that you use on the side of houses. It's going to be like an R30, and then we use some of this spongier stuff, the thin material here, and just overlapped it 5 times and shoved it in the cracks, and then we grate foam the rest of that. Once that dries, I'll knock that down, and then the next step was to get this. This is about 1.5 inch size on the 2019 van, because this definitely gets thinner as it comes up. Down here, you probably want to go with a 2 to 2.5 inch, and then just spray foam the rest of it. I did pre-wire a lot of items in here already, so I'll show you that. Down here is my little breaker box. This will be my disconnect for this box period on the AC side, and I only need 3 circuits. I arc faulted them because of the fact that it's code if you're kind of in a dwelling area or sleeping. And then this is actually just a spa box. I had a leftover one and I've mounted it sideways. Then I punched a hole through here, put 1.25 inches to feed through. I did pull some flex from here all the way up, and then some Smurf flex as well. And then I labeled my outlets, and I changed up my circuits. And so I used different colors to show my circuitry. But I also, not only did I run that AC side, I ran the DC side. I used a Cat 5 for my LED lighting, and then I did a 14-2 stranded. And that would be like a fan. Maybe I have a DC heater in here. My RV has quite a few items. The refrigerator does both AC and DC. Or I could just use it for my LED lighting as well. It wouldn't really matter. I just ran a lot of extra stuff to be safe. And so as I ran stuff, I labeled it. This is going to be B, and then B inside, I'll have to label that, but I did put colored tape around it so I know which circuit it is. This right here is just an in and out for that 14-2. It's just a speaker wire, a black and a red, 2-wire. Okay, and then I ran that up. This is my switch leg in case they get too hot and I decide to cut a fan in here. Or maybe I just need solar to back feed down, and I could do it right through here and drill a hole. So I did prepare for that. I had another outlet here. Mind you, when I'm all done with this, you'll see I put in a big, huge seat, a 4-seater, to make it a 6-seater van. Brackets are already in. It's kind of a mess. I can't show you that right now. This right here coming in here, I ran a coax. Reason why I ran a coax is because if it comes in the back and I'm at an RV spot, it comes up, and I want my TV to be mounted here. I brought up a 14-2 here and a Cat 5 here. Again, that goes into that box. That goes from that box back to that box. These are 12-inch by 12-inch. They are a metal box, and they're about 5 inches deep. Okay. And then an outlet below it. So if our seat's here, our kids can plug into the outlet there. Then coming up here, I talked to my mechanic, and he's going to mount me a running TV in the back. Well, I ran a coax, and he said I didn't need it that big, so whatever, it's already here. But I did a 14-2 and a Cat 5, and he says that's plenty right there, what I need. I'll have him get that tucked in, but I had all this just come down and through. Now, to be safe, since I'm sealing this up, I ran 2 Cat 5s and a 14-2. And then the 2019 van, here's all of my different cans and wiring type harnesses, as well as my central fuse box. So he said that was a good idea, and then I just wrapped it in some 3M tape, came into here, and I'm good to go. Again, did a knockout here with 2 outlets, GFCI protected stuff as well. All of this will wrap up, and then I'll put this cover on for a nice look. Over here, I ran all those wires up through this channel, through here, ran some more LED lighting right here along the rim, ran it up to here, came down, ran some more wire in and out of here, came down, in and out of here, and then I had a 14.3 Romex run into here. I have 2 circuits sitting here, black and red, and then over to here. I decided to put some little LED lights inside of my boxes I made. I'm using some screws here that are a 5/16 hex head. I think they work very well. I'm using brackets like this at Home Depot, screws like that at Home Depot. You want to be careful. As soon as you pass this threshold coming up, you'll go right through the outside of the van. So everything has to be secured going below, up the sides, and then use liquid nail caulking to hold it, and then this metal HVAC tape to conceal around any cold air. I will get some pegboard down here as well. Why did I do pegboard? Because now I can come back and glue, and that glue will go into the hole and stick like this liquid nail did, and then I can come in and carpet. The reason why I'm going to carpet is because it's lightweight. So by the time I'm done, this van is going to be neither hot nor cold, but keep at a constant temperature. My other van there, you can see through the window, the 2012. I did all this 7.5 years ago the same way, except for I did not run any pipe, nor did I do any wiring, and nor did I do any extra grate foam. So this is going to be insulated even better. Now this up here, I doubt has any insulation. So I'm a little concerned about condensation, but this came with the van and I don't want to rip it down because I really do like that look. And I'll probably turn this into my work van. When I'm done, I'll have my bed built back in here again, get my lighting trimmed out. And then I drilled a hole for the back to come up through the bottom to plug in my 2 cords. And then that will feed 2 separate circuits here. Later, I will get a professional RV plug, use my knockout set, knock through this, drill through and knock it, and caulk it and seal it on both sides. Then my RV outlet will be on the outside right there. So come back here, Grayson. So that's kind of a whole view of how that's going to look. It's steps 1, 2, 3, and now 4, and we'll get into carpeting it next. I didn't have to build the shelves, but the kids and I said, yeah, we should build a shelf there, and we decided to we're going to put in a little, maybe like a mobile home outlet right here, or I'll drill a hole and put an outlet below. All these boxes I used are 4 square deep metallic with a bracket, and then I use some extra long P-rings, or I can shrink those P-rings back depending on how it trims out. Most likely I'll have to get a 5/8 inch rise, not a 1 inch. This is 1.25 inches. Because I didn't know if I was doing wood or not, and I think I'm going to go to carpet, so it'll make it thinner. It'll look more like this. I did 2 gang P-rings on all of that because I want to be able to put the metal, I want to be able to put 2 devices in there, and then I did ground every single box, every single raceway. All of this is bonded to the same point over here. So yeah, guys, hopefully that'll help you out as far as how much I'm into it right now. I had all the wire and material that I've bought through the years. The only expensive part is trying to buy yourself that 14.2. You're going to get that at 500 foot. You might as well keep it for the next van, maybe even 1,000 foot. And the Cat 5, same thing. You can get it cut by length at Home Depot, but it's going to be more expensive unless you have a buddy who's got it. Normally, I'm an electrician, like you guys know that follow me, but doing it yourself here in a van, you know, it's really not that difficult, but getting your pre-wire in. I just studied it for about 1.5 years on Pinterest, plus I've had an RV, so I feel like I've had about 5 years of really kind of understanding the inside and out. The only thing I'm a little concerned about is my solar panels on top, if I have enough wires coming down the raceway. Worst comes to worst, I'll run a piece of flex conduit in that back corner and drill the top, and it is what it is. I'll spray paint it. But the bottom line is I'll probably eventually get solar panels on top as well. Or I'll just get a solar system that sits out next to the side of the van and feeds through my boxes. But again, making sure your command control center back there stays open and you never bury it, because these junctions always have to be open. So one day when my wife and I decide to travel the country alone, we could probably just put a countertop here or a little lower, but our outlets will be right here. We have our nice window here. And again, this is a 6-seater. This 6-seater, you could probably figure out how to jerry-rig a hammock right there, and that would work as well. Yeah, guys, so pretty much it's just designing how you want to do it and buying the material. Again, I think I'm about $500 into Home Depot right now, and I've got to go get carpet yet. So that's all the material to insulate. The wood I got cheap because they had stuff that was in the back that was scratch and dent. So I got 70% off on some of the trim stuff. But by the time I'm done the wire, I would plan so far with wire and everything you have to do, assuming you have the tools and the unibits to drill holes, you could be about $1,500 to $2,000 in material on something like this. Again, that depends how fancy and how well the wood's going to look at the end of it, and then shelving. So anyways, thanks guys for joining us. Have a good day.